Hello folks, how you doing? I am here sitting up at the park because I want to tell you about is this. Okay, after you settle on with the news and the media and the Charlottesville and all these things in between, talking about who to judge, being judgmental and being all of the evidence of what, I will tell you this. I'm just vlogging from the park, even though that I will tell you what is this. This is something serious, and some of you may not even pay attention, and some of you are putting more fuel to the fire. We're talking about one thing, to put in more fuel in the fire, and then you putting, first of all, it is with North Korea. First of all, that North Korea, even though I made a video, even though if Kim Jong-un watching this, I don't know if you dare to have a territory in Africa, but I assume with that, because I'm not gonna go with that. Well, I'm not saying I'm not gonna promote the use of nuclear weapons. I'm just saying I'm going against it. I'm going against it because, in a way, at the first place, 100 years from 1945 in 2045, 100 years from 1945 to 2045. That means from then, even though it's a long way to go, you know, 45. Yeah, let me put it. This is from 90. Around like 30 something. 32 years from now. That means 100 years from Japan's atomic bombs, when the U.S. drops the two atomic bombs. Well, the same thing is that the population, and I see now about the population, is decreasing. They're not having any babies or anything like that. I am more aware of going back to the 1940s mentality, because some of you people are the ones that are urging, I'm not gonna name who it is, but hate groups. I mentioned all the hate groups, white and black supremacists, all in between, especially the ones that are like the Panthers and stuff, favoring this kind of thing, putting more fuel to the fire. Let me tell you, most likely, black racist groups, the ones that are putting more fuel to the fire, is that I'll tell you about the information about Japan. It was a long way that the population in Japan, it is going to be more like the Japanese natives are going to actually, the people who are natives of Japan are going to slowly disappear. But a population shift comes with migrants from Africa and stuff. Yeah, maybe that it could end up with Kaepernick, fighting for Japan instead for the United States, because this is where it goes. Something more dangerous than nuclear weapons is, offsprings or people descended of offspring of migrants, or people descended of migrants, especially from Africa, with nuclear weapons in Japan. That means we're gonna have a nuclear holocaust. Somebody is going to press the button back in 2045. 2045 is gonna be a very, very dangerous time. It's a dangerous time for both of us, our allies for now, depending of the migration population shifts. And like what it is kind of like, and goes and shades down to one point in fundamental. I will never support any use of nuclear weapons. I will never support nuclear weapons. Whoever has it, not even North Korea, not even nobody. That instead of using nuclear weapons, we need to stop the use of that, stop the use of this, denuclearize the world, but it's making it so hard to denuclearize because of, tell you, African migrants, Kaepernick going fighting for the Japanese and all that stuff. Why? Because dropping an atomic bomb for payback is kind of worse, and will affect, and calling them migrants, and you have all these Benedict Arnolds out there, and all those people you're talking about being a Benedict Arnold if you want to survive and protect and speaking out for your own kind to hurt the others that oppress you because of migrants in Japan, then there is no solution than selling out the country of your birth. You're selling out the country of your birth. That means you're showing that it's okay to destroy the people that oppress you. That it's okay to show payback, because payback and using nuclear weapons is not the answer. Maybe there is one thing of an African in Hiroshima and Nagasaki being one of the victims that probably died in one of the atomic bombs attack, and that probably might be, Kaepernick might be a scientist and he might work for the Japanese government. It's true that everybody was saying, oh, this is it. Oh, what is got to be a brother like no other, whatever. Look, I am not against anybody. I think Japanese people are cool, and they don't complain that much about this incident that happened back in 1945. But going 100 years from now, repeating the same thing, whoever be putting the world in danger, putting the world in danger and using something to attack only for payback, especially for your own kind, even though I don't dislike black folks, I might have black friends or whatever, but there's people that are like that. But for you people, if you open up your mind and understand, nobody's perfect. Everybody has been enslaved. Spain and Europe and England, Spain and Britain, put it that way. have brought all these slaves and they sent it to the Caribbeans, to Jamaica, and whatever. Why? Because they did all this bad crap, but you gotta forgive them. You gotta forgive them because, hey, because you ain't perfect either. If you feel like you're being oppressed and you want to take it over and then go into this and changing it to, okay, let's fight for the Japanese people because of migrantal shift. I mean, one thing for tell you what, if you don't want this to happen, even if that, you gotta like say no, or you know, you'll say no to atomic bombs, say no to nuclear weapons. Once you have protests against nuclear weapons, it's not just for humanity. This is not just for blacks or whites or Japanese or whatever, because any moment, if you have African migrants in Japan, for some of you that you have descendants from Africa and since, this is the moment before this country does the same thing again because of rage, because of raver, because of payback. That means a bomb will be, anybody will press a button and drops an atomic bomb any minute, because nuclear weapons don't care. They don't care if you're black, white, Japanese, Chinese, Spanish, or whatever. They just kill people. You know, I was saying against nuclear weapons. This is more against nuclear weapons because this is for stand up for enemy. This is no joke, because hey, look at this. Once is sometimes people probably, most likely, if you heard about slavery, your own kind slave your own kind, right? This is a matter of fact for whatever. Martin Luther King said that everybody's supposed to be united, black, white, whoever, doesn't matter. We need to get along. We all need to get along. You know why? Because if we don't get along and we put it rage out of favor by using these type of weapons, nobody survives. And that's it. See you in the next video. Goodbye.